Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam, welcome back to Scrap Backwards. This is our last one for July before we move into August. I can't believe we're actually in August, I can't believe it's my birthday coming up, I can't believe we're nearly into autumn. Where has this year gone? I really do not know. 2023 started with the best of intentions and it all went wrong, if I'm perfectly honest, and it's been a rubbish old year. So I am looking forward to the back of it, but I still can't believe it's August. It's crazy. There is a lot happening at the minute personally, not so great things, so it's good to just take a minute, sit down and create with you guys. So for Scrap Backwards, I am continuing on with my page kit. August is going to be the last month that we create with this kit, and then I'm going to put a little bundle of what is left together, and we're going to have a giveaway. We've not had a giveaway for a while, and there is also another giveaway coming up on my channel from a bit of a purge, so watch out for that coming up this week. And yeah, we're on the last home stretch of this Scrap Backwards kit, and I'm looking forward to mixing it up then. Don't know what we're going to do, whether we do another mega kit, whether we do smaller kits, whether we do page kits. Don't know. I'm going to spend a little bit of time building some kits ready for September. But for now, we are continuing on with page kits that I've created with my mega kit. I pulled out page kit 16 and page kit 18. Don't know whether we'll get both done today or whether this will be a separate video, but this is where we are at the moment. So I'm going to start with this one, and this kit was started off with this paper, which is a Halloween paper from Crate Paper's Hey Pumpkin. This is the candy corn paper. I love this side so much, but we are using this side, which is a sort of stripy colour block, and I love it. It's got distressed elements on it. I've got some embellishments. We've got this sort of, excuse me, interactive element. It is an envelope for tickets, receipts or anything else, and we've also got a pocket. This is Maggie Holmes, this is Pink Fresh Studio. I've got a stamp out, I thought we might add some stamping. I've got some Simple Story Use foam stickers, Bramble Fox acrylic piece and a chipboard piece. So that's what was in the kit, along with these two papers, which is Vicky Boutin's Let's Wander, and it's the envelope and plains paper, and Pebbles Oh Summertime cut apart from 2018. I'm going to use this wordy piece though, and I thought we would mix in the stripes of this page with some circles. Excuse me. Hence why I thought this stamp may come in useful. This is a stamp from Art Stamps from Be Crafty, designed by Beverly Tonks. I've used it a couple of times, but that's it, and they're like coffee stains basically. So it goes with the whole circle theme that we're going to have going on. So, excuse me, I am not entirely sure what we're going to do. So what we're going to start with is my circle cutter, and we're going to cut 2 circles out of each page initially. So we're just going to come in like this. I do have circle dies, I do have pre-cut, so various options for cutting circles, but if it's just a standard kind of circle that I want, I find this the easiest and quickest way just to get it done. It's a very simple way of doing it. There we go, so I think we'll actually cut 3, we'll do 3 different sizes. So each, I think with these you get 3 or 4. I also have another set that Steph kindly sent me. So I've got various sizes, but each sort of ring gives you 2 sizes. So you can see from this one, we've got these 2 sizes. So yeah, various options. Sorry, this one. So now we've ended up with our 3 circles. So we've got those from that paper, and then I will just trim this, because this will go into my scrap envelope, shall we say, because we are going to create something with that towards the end of the month, hopefully. That can go in the bin, and we can keep this little card here, because I love the bee. So we'll keep that, but we're going to get rid of all this, because I don't have time for scraps like that. Don't need it. I have enough paper, so I'm not keeping things like that. So this is page kit 16, as I said. It's largely irrelevant because you'll be watching these all out of order because I'm using them all out of order. For this one, I'm going to cut one slightly bigger. So we're going to come in like that. Ooh, messed that one up slightly there, but that's okay, because we'll just position it slightly different when we come to create our layout. Done the same there as well. How have I done that? And then let's do a small one. Don't know if we're going to use all of these or not, but rather than have to cut a circle, stop, cut a circle, stop, well, let's just get it cut. Mess that one up as well. Trim that off a little bit. I'm going to get rid of all this paper. Unless, no, I'm going to get rid of it all, so let's just cut up, just so it goes in the bin slightly easier. I know some people would keep some of that as scraps, but in all honesty, I have enough scraps. I don't need them. So they go in. Okay, so this is our paper. Just going to use this trimmer. My other trimmer is currently blocked by my kit box. So let's just trim off that. And let's see where we want to go. Okay, so my initial thinking, if we just get rid of them, was to have this something along the lines of this. And then as I was sat here thinking, as I do, before I hit the record button, I was like, what do we want to do? And that's when I thought circles might just give a different, excuse me, I've got a proper frog in my throat, a different vibe to our layout. And I thought it would work because it's a very liney, I don't know what the word is, linear, liney layout at the moment, because obviously we've got the lines of the background, we have got the lines of our embellishments, we're going to have our photos, so it's all very blocky, shall we say. So I thought this might be a great way just to get a bit of difference in. So something like that is what I was thinking. What do we think? I think I like that. And then we'll have our embellishments and we can bring in some stamping as well. Maybe we'll bring this one down here just so it goes over the page a bit as well. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to take these off for a moment. I need to decide with this. I want it to be an interactive piece. Our photos are actually going to sit inside here. And I want to put something in here. So I need to decide whether I'm going to cut this off, this flap, whether I am going to tuck it in here. So like so, which I probably will do that actually, because then we can just tuck stuff in as we want to. I'm thinking this is going to be a layout for some cruise photos. I don't know yet. That is the whole essence of Scrap Backwards, of course, so who knows what we will use. So that's going to go there. And then we're going to have this one going about here. So I do like to take things off my page, and when I say that I mean elements such as that circle just coming off the page. It just brings it all together for me, and I do like the way it looks. So we're going to go like this. I'm not going to use this big yellow one. I will keep that because that might be a nice element to add to whatever project we make at the end of the month, which I'm thinking we might make a album, a mini book or something, whether that is one that I do from scratch or we get a 6x8 album or a traveller's notebook or something. Remains to be seen. I do have a couple of blank chipboard albums that you can create your own album with, and I have a lot of 6x8 albums, so there are options there. So that is our base, and this is going to go in this scraps bin here. And anything that I don't use from here, I will probably include in the giveaway, because I know some people will find these scraps super useful, because if I give you an example, that is a scrap. That is an album scrap. We've got smaller bits as well, and I know, which one is it? Is it this camera paper? No, this one. Like, that is a scrap. That's basically 12 by 12. But I've taken a bit off it, so it's therefore a scrap. And I know I'm just not very good at using the scraps, which is why I don't keep them. But I try to really focus. And there have been a few layouts where we've actually used scraps, so, you know, we're getting there. Okay, so let's see what we want to do here. I think we'll use this one initially. So these are polymer stamps. This one is new, so I'm just going to rub it on my arm there because I can't find the eraser that Gwen sent me. Okay, and we're just going to use black soup. Get a bit of black going on this layout rather than adding in any more colour at this point. If at the end I decide I need a bit of colour, we can come back in with this or another stamp if I so wish. And I'm going to overlap that like so. So we're just getting that little sort of splash of extra detail and emphasising our circles as well as our distressed feel. And this is a kind of vintagey distressed feel, I feel. Ooh. And we're just going to make a mess. Let me just wipe that up. I'm a bit OCD. Although you wouldn't think at the state of this mat, which is a new mat. Very frustrating. That's why I don't do mixed media, because I do not like mess. As in, like, paint mess. I don't know why, I just, yeah. Let's have one big one. So this one is quite big, so I don't want many of them, but I feel like we can get at least one, if not two in. It's going to be such that I'll still layer stuff on top of this. It's not going to be a stamp that I'm afraid to cover up. It's more of a background stamp, if you like. Ooh, I guess let's go in there. There we go. So I will do another one because that's not where I wanted it. I don't particularly like this acrylic block. I usually use this one, which is a bit thicker. This is an L Studio one. But the thicker one is a little bit too small for this stamp. Okay, so that is that, and then I will finish this off. I think, trying to think, should we have a smaller one? Let's do it. So we're just going to add a couple of these ones which doesn't have, that's going to be covered up, so I don't know why I did that, but there we go. Like so. So that will do for our stamping. Can always come back and add more at the end if I so wish. I just wanted to get a little bit, I feel like I need to do more stamping. I have all these wonderful stamps that I just do not use. I have all this wonderful stash that I just do not use. So it's time to get things used. Okay, so that is our background ready. Now we're going to have this going about here like so. So I'm going to use double-sided tape on this envelope. It's quite thick and heavyweight. And I don't want it coming off, especially if you're looking through the album, pulling out whatever eventually goes in there, tickets or photos and the like. So let's pull this up, and I think I'll also use double-sided tape on the pocket. So those that have been following along with this mega kit for Scrap Backwards this year will recall that I started off with a big pack of interactive elements, I called them. So we had all sorts of pockets and frames and tags and all sorts of interactive elements. I have now used all them, which is super exciting. It was a big pile of them. So this is, I think there might be a couple more within our page kit, but they've all been used, which is really exciting. Because I am a big lover of interactive elements, so I did have quite a lot. So that is going to go there. And then this I'm going to overlap slightly onto here. About there. So that is the base of our layout. That's where we're at. It's quite busy now. But we've taken that Halloween paper and really made it our own by adding another couple of pattern papers, and you wouldn't know that this was a Halloween paper, really. Now I know I want to add this summer sticker. This is going to give us our sort of colour scheme going forward. So I'm going to pop that there, as well as this bit, which says sunny days. So summer sunny days is our title. Although we could have a subtitle of set sail should we wish, which I thought might be good there because we can still get stuff in and out. So if I just show you with this photo, under here we can still have our photos, and they're going to show behind our title a little bit. So this is just a poster photo for an upcoming layout, but you can see it sort of pokes through here, which I kind of like. And then equally we'll have photos coming in and out of here. So I think I will use that. Now I need to decide whether we want Hello Sunshine, I want to cover this Seize the Day, or we've got this cool koala and sloth on a bike, which is a bit quirky, and I like quirky. So quirky has won the day. So I feel like we can use this sunshine elsewhere. It's a good mix with the circular elements on our page. So I'm going to sort of mix that in with our stamping. So we're going to pop that there. And then let's get this on because I know I want to use it. So I am going to put some glue on the bottom part. Make sure that I cover most of it. And that will be enough adhesive to hold it onto our page, because I want the top bit poking over the top. So I don't want to put adhesive on there because I want to be able to get photos into our envelope. So let's hold that there for a moment. Now, Nouveau Deluxe adhesive does dry. I always used to be paranoid when it like splurted out from underneath, but it does dry, so I'm not worried about that. So it's quite a heavy, chunky page now, but that is where we are at the moment. So we've got set sail, summer, sunny days, tickets and receipts, and then lots of elements going on. Now you could finish really, but as I said, our photos are going to pop in here. I do have some 3x4 mats, but I actually want a different size photo on this layout. So I'm going to go and cut some of them. So I want my photos sort of sticking up all the way up here. And then I also want photos in here. So whilst there aren't going to be loads of photos on show, you could easily get 10, 15 photos on this layout by utilising the interactive elements. They are a great addition to any page because it just means you can get so many more memories documented. So if you've never tried pockets, envelopes, things like that, definitely give them a try because they're fun, and they also give you a bit of fun when you're looking through your albums. If you have people that look through your albums, like I don't have a lot of my layouts in albums, we've got them in plastic boxes to my right. I need to sit down and get them in albums because there's thousands of layouts, and I have about 50 albums. But it's fun when you come across a layout that you've actually got to get out and pull things out and flip and flap and have a look and really engage with it. It makes it a bit more exciting almost. So yeah, interactive elements for the win. And if you are a bit paranoid about people pulling your layout out of a page protector, what you could do is on this sort of layout, where these come out, you could have a slit so your photos actually sit outside the pocket so they could easily pull them out without actually taking the layout. I have done that with some layouts, with some I haven't. It depends whether you want to protect the photo or not. Personally, all of my photos are just printed from my phone, so I don't mind if they're out because they're protected by the protectors either side of them. So there are options depending on your preference. I'm going to go and dig out our sticker sheets and other embellishments, and then we will get to work adding a bit more colour to this layout. So I've pulled out some of my kit. I've also now had a very quick sort, and we are down to just this box. That's all that's left of this kit. And if you've been around since the beginning, you will know that that is a huge achievement. So I'm really excited about that. So I've basically pulled out all of these finishing touches, which are puffy stickers, little sticker books, brads, things like that. I have got some 6x12 stickers and chipboard and dimensionals, which I love. And I have also got my 12x12s, which we are going to start with. I've also got some flair, and I've done my photo mats. So just to show you, we've got these two, which are a bit of an odd shape. We have got one that is 3x6 and one that is 3x5, because I wanted to create different style of photos, I guess, with these. So we've got those there, and then I've got 3 photo mats in here. Got a 6x4, a 6 by. Are they 6x4? 6 by, yeah, 2 6x4. So quite big photos that we've got on this layout, which is just brilliant. And a 3x4. Now we could also add in unlimited amounts really in there. So when we come to add the photos, which we will do in a recap, then we might be able to add a few more in there as well, which will be exciting. And as you can see, it's still a busy page, but it's not overloaded, and the photos will very much be focus point of this layout. So as I say, interactive elements, big thumbs up from me. Okay, I'm still working my way through this chipboard, and alongside that I have the 6x12 sticker sheet, which is the Here and There collection from Create Paper. I would like to use as much of this as I can up, so I'm just going to see if any of this might work. As I say, I don't really know if it will or not, but hopefully we can use a little bit. So I'm going to put this globe up there. I feel like that can work with any kind of layout. Don't know what photos we're going to use, so I don't want to use anything like a bicycle or a plane or a scooter or a taxi because, you know, might not work. But I feel like we can be a little bit, you know, we can use some bits. So then we'll just find photos that sort of fit in. So we've got this piece that says explore more. I am going to find my foam dots, which appear to have taken a little walk somewhere. Where are they? That is peculiar. That is very peculiar. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple of flair basically. So I thought Love This Place up there might be good. We've got these new maps. So, well, they're sort of like, I don't know, you can make up your mind. They've got like a sort of mappy design with lots of ink splatters. So I've got those in a couple of colours, and I thought it would be good to add one of them. Now, I like this colour. It's more of an accent colour, but it picks up on the accent colour on this paper as well as this paper. And then I think I might use this Go, which is a stark black. And let's tie that in with our ink splatter there. Then what else have we got? Okay, some of these are quite big, that's the only problem. I do have this cut up sticker sheet from Echo Park, and I would like to use this. I don't know if we're going to get any of these used, but you know, I can dream. I quite like this. I don't know, no, it doesn't really go, because I was thinking cruise photos, because I do still have them, but we shall see. This is an Echo Park Summertime collection. I thought some of this might have worked, but maybe not. The colours are quite specific. Don't think we're going to get any of these ones on. Together for Joy. Together Our Joy is Brighter. I love that. Photo Play, Oh What a Beautiful Day, Hello Sunshine, but we've already got that up here, so I don't really want to repeat that. Got this kite, which I've clearly tried to use before and stuck back on. I wonder if we can get a kite on here. What do we think? That could come here just as a little accent. I feel like it's quite a generic kind of embellishment, maybe. We've got these flowers just to bring in a little bit more colour. We could maybe use these. Don't want to stick it there then. What about if we pull that up and stick it under there maybe? So that's going underneath there. Just extends some of this colour. Then we've got this heart, which brings in a few different shades. So let's add in that within our little circle element down here. We do have another kite. I don't want to overdo the kites because I don't have kite photos, but if we can use them both, then happy days. I find that photo play collections are very geared towards card makers more so than other collections. I don't know if anybody else finds that as well, but I do love photo play, I have to say. They are one of my favourites. I like that their collections are not huge, they are therefore budget friendly, and yeah, I just like them. This collection is doing my head in though, because I don't know how, but I ended up with about 4 of these sticker sheets. I've still got some. And even when we finish this one up, we've still got 2 more. But hey ho. The colours are such that, yeah, I'm not going to use any of them on this. We've still got some of these. I love these happy colours. And I am the kind of person who will use what you might call as random embellishments, such as a bird up there, because why not? At the end of the day, why not? I'm going to add a couple of word phrases on here. So we've got completely chill, and I'm going to add them intentionally wonky. We have got happy thoughts, and I'm not focusing too much on what colours I use here. That's where we're going to get our extra colours from. We have got good and beautiful. So then we've got the colourful, pink, colourful. And lastly, we've got this one. So we've got shine bright. Don't think a tab's going to work on here. We could. Yeah, that could work. Okay, so that is our 12 by 12 stickers, which I am still working our way through. And then it's just a case of some finishing touches. I found the foam dots. I realised that I used almost an entire pack on a recent layout, which you guys will see shortly, as part of the unfinished project. I've added another flare on this photo mat here, and I will simply take it off, add the photo and re-adhere it when it's time. But so far everything else is stuck on here. It's a busy old layout. Not turned out how I thought, but I do like the result. Still trying to use these bows from Amy Tangerine Picnic in the Park. Still struggling with them. Still determined to try and get some on my layouts. I went through a phase where I really enjoyed using them, and I can't seem to get back there. I'm going to stick one on this photo mat, and as I just said, for the flare, I'll do the same with that. Excuse me. And then a lot of this is part used puffy stickers, which we're still working our way through. So we've got a couple of clouds, which could work up here and brings in a slightly new colour, but we do have blue shades in and around the layout, so it's not completely crazy. And I am all about mixing the colours. We've got the last few of these Vicky B, some Jen Hadfield. I wonder if we could get flip-flops on here. They're yellow, that could work nicely. And brings, this is actually a pocket from Pink Fresh Autumn collection. So we brought it into a summer theme simply by covering the word in and adding a few extras, and it creates it in the sort of theme that you want. I've got this palm tree, which I'm going to overlap there. And that's probably it. I do love this bottle, which is like a message in a bottle, but I don't think it's the right vibe. I'm also not vibing this heart down here, so I'm actually going to remove that and get rid of that. Yes, that does mean it's going in the bin, guys, because I've unstuck it. So, bye-bye. We've got the last few on this Dear Lizzie. This is another one that I really, really love, and I've got another pack of these once this one's gone. Hence why I want to try and get this package used at least. So I'm going to use a couple of these florals. Whilst I am a boy, obviously, in case you hadn't noticed, I do enjoy using florals. Florals are not just for the ladies, us guys can use them as well. I'm not afraid to use florals and pinks where it fits. I am not the first person to use a ton of pink, but equally I will use it, and I will use florals. In fact, I really enjoy using florals. Okay, I'm actually going to replace this tab down here with this Heidi Swap one, which says Good Times. I think that fits better. We've still got some circle puppies from Vicky B, which would have fitted with this layout actually, had I have used them first. We've got one that says Yay, so that can fit up there nicely. And we've created a sort of layout that has different shapes at its focal point. So we've got obviously the very blocky square stripe lines, but then we've got all these circles going on as well, and I love it, I have to say. But I think we are done. I don't think I need to carry on adding stuff for the sake of it. I was going to add a couple of Chamel wood buttons, but I'm not sure we need to. We could swap out one of those flowers for a woody down there and then overlap the flower onto the wood button. Why not? And let's see. We could bring in another wood button just on here. That one says fun. So we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those left now. And the last few of these Amy Tan, which I love. But that is going to do it for this layout, guys. I hope you like how this has turned out. It is different to how I first imagined it. And of course, it's a lot longer than I first imagined, because I've probably kept more into this video than I would normally, just to show my process, thought process, ramblings, and spend a bit of time with you guys, really. But if you fast forwarded, completely understand. So I will do the other layout, which is this one, using a very, very old Simple Stories paper in the next video, which will be coming up in a day or two. But for now, that is Monday's Scrap Backwards, and I hope you have enjoyed it and liked the result. Don't forget to check out what Kathy's been up to. She is like a mean, lean scrapping machine right now because she's taking part in the Mind the Scrap Summer Challenge. Check that out on Facebook and check out what Kathy has been up to. And I will see you back here for another video very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.